Today we're going to be running into a volcanic crater.
This morning we are joining Kayla and Lindsay from Kaitiaki Adventures to go up probably the biggest volcanic feature of the Rotorua area, and that's Mount Tarawera.
And the journey to get to Mount Tarawera is an adventure in itself. Oh my god, this road is absolutely chaotic. Luckily we have a 4-wheel drive bus and an epic driver in Lindsay, which knows his road like a back of his hand and is able to maneuver our really big bus into this very narrow pothole-filled road.
While we're bobbing up and down this crazy road, we stop halfway to take in some amazing views, then continue with the team telling us what we're going to be doing this afternoon, which is a 4 to 5 hour trip exploring the beautiful Mount Tarawera volcano. Once we reach the top, Kayla is doing a prayer in Te Reo Maori, which is the Maori language, and this is to provide a safe passage on this sacred land, which is really sacred to the local iwi, and iwi in Maori is tribe. It doesn't take us long to get to the edge of the crater of this amazing volcano with such vibrant colours. It's such an insane landscape to be standing in. And our mission for the first half of our tour is to make our way toward the summit of Mount Tarawera.
Climbing Mount Tarawera is going to be an epic adventure. It's going to take our breath away, both literally because it's going to be a really steep slope and figuratively because the views are going to be gorgeous. We have been warned that this tour is for some of the most fittest backpackers. Although the tour starts on a really kind of mellow slope at the beginning of the walk, it quickly becomes much steeper, and it is a little bit harder to walk on because we're walking on scree, which are those little volcanic pebbles all over the floor, making it a bit more of a fidgety kind of walk. But the team from Kaitiaki Adventures gives us plenty of time to stop, catch our breath and take awesome pictures. The views are absolutely gorgeous and we feel like we're walking on more of a lunar landscape rather than actually on planet Earth. Mount Tarawera has a super rich history. It is a core part of most of the local Maori legends, and our tour guides are telling us all about that. Plus, on top of that, it had the largest recorded eruption in the last 500 years.
This rift here continues on right through the Waimangu Volcanic Valley, which is the newest geothermal valley in the world, created in 1886 with the eruption. So we get a chance to
Okay, so you guys probably didn't catch all that because of the super noisy wind. In short, Mount Tarawera had this massive volcanic eruption in 1886, which completely changed the landscape, creating a brand new geothermal valley, the newest one in the world, and it even buried an entire village. It was a pretty devastating volcanic eruption. But enough facts, let's talk about the fun part of the tour, which is doing the scree run. And this is making our way right down into the middle of the volcanic crater on super loose volcanic rocks. And there's a certain technique to doing this, because as you can see, if you don't do this correctly, you will go tumbling down the mountain, which is pretty hilarious. But don't worry guys, nobody was hurt in the making of this video. However, we do now have hiking shoes that are absolutely full of volcanic rock. So once we get down to the bottom of this crater, we spend a good 15 minutes unloading our shoes full of rock so we can move on with the rest of our amazing walk around Mount Tarawera. The unfortunate part of getting down to the bottom of the crater is the fact that you do have to make your way back up again, and this takes us onto the steepest part of our walk of the whole day, so it really does take our breath away. And speaking of taking our breath away, we actually get to the point where we see the best views of the whole tour, where we can actually see pretty much all the way across the North Island. Inland, we can see the other volcanoes that are famous in the North Island, like Mount Ruapehu, Mount Naruhoe, and Mount Tongariro, and on the other side we can see all the way out to White Island, out on the coast, which we actually visited the other day, so make sure to check out that video, which we've linked up in the cards above.
Making our way back toward Rotorua is the same adventure that making our way back toward Mount Tarawera is the bumpiest and rockiest drive I've ever seen, and I still don't get how this road is a perfect fit for a bus. And finally back into our own car, we're making our way back toward Rotorua for the next step of our adventures.
So yeah, we go on this road and we are absolutely bumping from side to side, up and down. This bus, thank God, is four-wheel drive, so it is getting us up and over the craziest bumps and in and out of the just roughest dips.